What up? What up? What up? It's Ibn Web Quran. Some here official thanks thing I got going on here. John Greenfield, known John for a little bit here. Just have an opportunity to get him on here. I had this wish list, and like I said, just going through it, I was like, I gotta somehow see if I could talk John into jumping on here, just sharing a little bit of his walk here. Hit him up. John was like, not a problem. Looking forward to it. Hear a little bit about his journey, what have you here. So let me just hold tight and get him on. Peace, man.
What's good with you?
Nah, ain't nothing. Thank you, man. Thank you for doing this here. As I was just thinking about it, man, I had a wish list when I started this whole thing, man. So for me to hit you up and you be cool with it, man, like I said, I'm totally taken back and appreciative of this, man. So I at least wanted to say that right from the door.
Oh, no doubt. I'm here to support you.
Nah. Thank you, man. Everybody good, holding up, man. I know it's crazy times we in, man, but family, everybody good?
Yeah. We maintaining, just trying to take it a day at a time, man.
Yeah, nah. That's what it is, man.
How about you and the family?
We good. Thanks for asking, man. Like you said, man, we just trying to work through this, man, and get to where we need to be, man. So we good. Thank you.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. Nah, just with everything I know from Southern to all this other stuff here, man. You lived a great life here and continue to live one here, man. But like from the beginning, where all this, I mean, you from Connecticut originally, Hartford, or am I wrong?
No, you're right. Only thing that's different, I was just born in the city. I was born in the Bronx, but after that, I've been in Hartford all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Raised up in Chateau Terrace projects, until my freshman year in high school. My dudes moved out, and that's about it. Just been moving from there.
So being up in Hartford, man, how's your childhood, man? Now I know everybody probably usually they like to say it was normal, but what was your normal like? How was your childhood?
I mean, from that time, it was normal. We was always outside playing, just getting that grind on. We wasn't even allowed to stay in the house back then.
Yeah.
So out there, just being competitive, playing all type of games. From being creative with other little things, just making up games if ain't nobody around, just using your imagination and then picking up that rock.
Mm-hmm. Now, even playing ball here, was that the basketball was your first thing, man, or you something else that gravitated to?
No, I was out there playing football. I was out there, that street football, and try to get into the little leagues. My dudes ain't think I could handle that. So she ain't realize how I was doing out there in the streets, but she ain't wanna let me get put that uniform on. So I at like 76, I just started grabbing the rock. After seeing Dr. J, other than that, I just kept it pushing after that.
Yeah. Now you only child, or you have other siblings?
No, I got other siblings. God bless the dad. My youngest sister passed away a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got other siblings on my father's side, but the one I grew up with, she passed in 2019.
Oh man, rest in peace. Definitely. Nah, so you mentioned playing ball, football, what have you. I could see you being like a quarterback or receiver or something here.
Yeah, I was trying to do that receiver thing. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I was out there trying to do that.
Drew Pearson type thing?
Yeah, Preston Pearson,
Mm-hmm.
Tony Hill,
Nah, as far as organized wise, basketball sound like you said you wanted to just get into that.
Yeah, no doubt. It was definitely basketball as far as organized. I'll say probably got into the league, the CYO league up here. I joined the church league, St. Lawrence O'Toole. So played for them. And the only way you can get down with them, I had to go to catechism.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go to like little night school at night, learn about the Bible. I did my first communion. I was an altar boy. Did all of that. Those are sacrifices I did to pick up the rock just to play for that team. So, and that's what I did because that's how bad I wanted it. So I made that sacrifice.
How was it in comparison playing around the way to organized ball back then when you were being young?
It was. I felt like the street ball was a little tougher. When you playing amongst your peers, not too many people are all that good like that. So when you play the street ball with older dudes, they let when they finally let you on that court, because you had to earn your right on that court. So, I mean, once I got that nod that I can get on the court, you know what I mean, I just took it from there.
Nah, most definitely, man. And then from CYO, was that the only league back then when you was young that you played in before? I didn't even get to the high school stuff, but CYO was the thing?
Yeah, pretty much the CYO league. Because I mean, back then, I mean, it was ball. I mean, everybody played. It was like I'm miniature AAU. You know what I mean? Without paying to get on the team. So back then, you had to make the team. If you wasn't good enough, you ain't make it. You know what I mean? We got that now. Like, yo, you was good enough, or no, try again next year. You know, it's a lot different in this day and time.
Yeah,
if you got the dough, you can play. I mean, back then we had to earn our right on the court.
Definitely.
We heard those, you know what I mean? We heard those no's. You know what I mean?
But that's what built you, though.
Yeah, no doubt. So it was either you was going to take that no and just go home and get better, or you was just going to leave it alone and try something different.
And then even with the no, even back then, as far as high school wise, did you, I don't know, nowadays you got any and everybody getting at these kids to go to certain high schools. So did you have thought about going somewhere?
Actually, my the dude that ended up being my freshman coach, he ended up coming to my elementary school.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I guess he had heard about me through the CYO league. So I had a choice. I mean, I could have went to Prince Tech, you know, Buckley, Weaver. My mother wanted me to go to Weaver, but that was across town, so I wasn't trying to get up that early to get over there. Without my hat, I went to Buckley because that Tom Lyons, he came and got me. So he came in, he showed an interest in me, so I went there.
Now you get there, you playing varsity as a freshman, or you had to pay your dues?
I had to work. I had to, you know, show and prove. You know what I mean? So I did the freshman JV thing my first year, and then after that, I was on JV. Then I played a little varsity my second year, and then after that, it was all varsity. Yeah. But like I said, it was, you know, you had to work.
Definitely.
So that you deserve that spot.
Definitely, man. Like, so even back then, like, what was you doing summertime, just around the way, like playgrounds, or?
Always playing, playground, always playing. You know, high school, that's when the summer leagues come about, jump on the summer league team, play, but you're always playing. We playing, you know, street ball. We go in parks, different parks in different areas, you know, from wherever, like Bloomfield, Windsor, Water, like just all over. Just trying to get better, see how everybody else doing around the state.
Yeah. And then even being a Hartford, is, again, you know how it is, even the stuff that you do now, man, like some of the work with these kids is just making it to school, man. Like, never mind playing on the teams, man. How was you back then as far as just being from Hartford and just knowing all that other stuff that goes on just to even make it to school?
I had that right foundation. My dudes wasn't trying to hear that. I had to get to school. Plus, I mean, everybody went to school back then. You know what I mean, stay home, you was bored out your mind. You know what I mean? So, I mean, school was it. I mean, back then, the high schools was bigger. You went to school with thousands of kids.
Yeah.
And that's what made the competition so much better. You know what I mean? If you ain't have it, you ain't have it. You know, it wasn't no cakewalk for sure. You had to put in that work on and off the court.
Now, speaking of off, like, I know you said obviously playing the folks around the way, this and that. Individually, did you find time to work on your game back then, or that just came later where you had to just put in that work by yourself?
No, I mean, I always tried to like I said, I was a Julius Erving fan, so I was always out there trying to get better, my whole thing back then, I was trying to dunk that joint early in life, you know what I mean? So, you know, getting the legs right, working on that little jump shot, you know what I mean? The handle, you know, came a little later, still working on that, you know what I mean? So I was just a scorer. I was just trying to get the rock and just go, you know what I mean? So yeah, that work came through. I mean, had the older dudes, like I said, you had to sit on the sideline and watch. I mean, I was watching. You know what I mean? Seeing did what, picked up little things here and there. And like I said, when I finally got that nod, I was out there.
Yeah.
From then on, I ain't had no problems getting on the court because I put that work in. Plus, I played with a chip on my shoulder.
I mean, where that chip come from? What was that chip for?
that tip came. I mean, I was a skinny dude, always been thin. You know what I mean? People think they could bully me.
Okay.
So I wasn't trying to have that. So that was one of that main thing that got me going. Cause you know what I mean? People think they could just move me because I'm that thin dude, but it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? I worked hard. So I made people pay for that, pay for them works.
Now, as far as even obviously putting in that work, when you just kind of like, you know what, I'm kind of nice. Did that ever just hit you? Like,
No, I ain't never go out like that. I always, I remain humble because, there's always somebody out there working harder, just as hard or if not harder. You know what I mean? And plus, like I said, for me, I thought that, the talent level back then was, it was strong. So I ain't never, I thought I was all right, but I always had that space for improvement. I was always trying to get better. You know what I mean? Even though people always pick me up, I ain't had no problems getting on nobody's team. But I ain't never just go out like, yo, I'm that dude like that until probably like later on.
Nah, interesting, man. Then even when you think about like, you know what, I could probably play this at another level as far as college, when that start, sinking in.
I'll probably say like my junior year. My junior year, you know what I mean? So I felt like I was making that move. Like I started becoming that, as my coach put me in that situation to be that guy on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, and back then in high school, I was trying to be that triple threat. I was trying to get triple doubles and stuff. So I wasn't really just focused just on scoring until later on. So back then I was trying to, get the rebounds, get the assists. I was just trying to do it all.
Yeah.
So that's just what it was for me.
Did you do the...
Say it again?
No, you said until when?
No, I was saying, so I got to probably like my senior year. The next year was when I really like, I could score. I mean, I know how to. I can put the ball in the bucket any kind of way, from the block to the wing to wherever. You know what I mean? I could score. Start focus on that a little bit more. And get my rebounds, because I feel like for me, playing a little D here and there, because I always want the ball, so I'm gonna play D. With the rebound, because I want that ball. Without that ball, there ain't no opportunities to score.
Nah, definitely, man. And I know, even with the whole camp circuit back then, what was like 5-star? I'm forgetting these other. Did you ever get an opportunity to do any of these camps?
My only camps was playground.
Yeah.
5-star was that camp. Definitely try to get here, but financially that was a tough move right there. But yeah, my camps was the playgrounds, going to different parks and just dealing with different players. Dudes around the way, seeing what they doing on their teams, following them, checking them out, seeing how I can get better to top what they doing. From the Troy McCoy, my man Scottie Pippen, Paul Spence, Mike Williams, Chrissy. There was a lot of dudes you had to like. You had to come with your game.
Nah, definitely, man. I don't know what, as far as speaking and playing against those guys, man, what was these games like? The Weavers, the Harfords, just like, how was it back then? I'm an out of towner, so I love to hear these stories, man.
It was that thing, but I forgot my guy, Wendell Lee. We call him Big. But yeah, them games back then was tough. It was a rivalry. You know what I mean? Hartford High, Buckley, Weaver, we was rivalries. You know what I mean? It was we didn't like each other, but we liked each other. On the court, we didn't like each other. We went at it like that. You know what I mean? The games was packed. You know what I mean? Stay in the room only. You know what I mean? So we went at it. Like I said, we always kept track of, in my mind, I kept track of what was going on with them. Try to outdo them. Like I said, we got to have that bragging rights. You know what I mean? Whoever gets them W's, we could talk trash all day.
Yeah,
we went at it. You can't come back if you lost. The L is the L.
That's right. Now, how was it even catching up with those guys, even like the summertime and these other leagues getting to play with them?
Like I said, we was at the parks. Everybody was at the park. You know what I mean? And then if we got into the summer leagues, like for me being on the other side of town, because I'm on the south end of town, most of them dudes are on the north end. So I tend to play it against them. So that helped me out a lot. You know what I mean? That helped my game grow a lot because I always had, I'm this dude. Because when you around here, they felt like people from the South End ain't have it. You know what I mean? He wasn't born. So that was another chip I had it on the shoulder. And like, it is somebody on the South End. You know what I mean? I had a few dudes before me, but during my time, it was me. I'm like, we here. I am here. You gonna understand? I'm on this side of town. Y'all just ain't gonna just walk through us.
Yeah. No, most definitely, man. And then this whole college thing, man, I know you mentioned as far as your junior year, what have you here, but just thinking about going to schools, you had any schools in mind before you ultimately decided on one?
I mean, me being right in this area, I mean, I was definitely looking at like a UConn and stuff like that. But I'm starting looking at other situations like, do I want to be the big fish in the small pond or be the little fish in the ocean? Well, and then that UConn thing faded. Then I started looking at other schools, and then I was just going from there. Back then it was different. Games was being taped. Games had to get sent out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it wasn't like now. The social media, everything is like bang right there in your face. So, so the recruitment was a little tough. But so I ended up, after the senior year, I ended up going to JUCO because junior college was big back then.
Right. Which one did you go to?
I went to Mattituck and Waterbury. So. We had a crew. We had a crew. If Mattituck was a 4-year school, it would have been problems for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I ended up going to junior college, and just honed in on just working on my game, just trying to get better and better, trying to take that next step and go to that other school.
Right.
That's going to take me, you know what I mean? Because the JUCO is just a stepping stone.
Did you see a difference as far as even at JUCO, the playing level?
From high school?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, big difference, big difference. You playing with a lot of big boys. You playing with, you know what I mean? So in high school, we all probably around the same height, 6'4", 6'5", a little shorter. You get into college, now I'm playing with 7-footers. You know what I mean? 6'8", 6'9" dudes. Like, so that moved me more to where my natural position should be. Either I'm going to be a 1 or a 2. And it just so happened for me, it fell into that 2. But my thing is, it didn't matter to me as long as I was on the court.
Yeah.
So like, and speaking of that, because when I went to junior college, I was coming off the bench. You know what I mean? So I always had this Rich Paliuco. He was a retired coach from Rhode Island. He had, he always stay in my ear. In my junior college coach, he always talked about some baseball player from the Yankees, and I forget his name. I'm mad about it, but when the starter got hurt, he slid in. He always threw that in and said, "You always gotta be ready for your time." So when that dude got hurt, he slid in and he never got his spot back.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I was like the 6th man. So my man Corey King twisted his knee up. And then that allowed me to just slide right into that spot on the court. You know what I mean? Now I'm starting at the 4, 5. I ain't kid. As long as I was out there. You know what I mean? And then eventually I slid into my natural position, which was the 2 guard.
Yeah. How were your teams as far as winning wise?
Oh, we was tough. Tough. Yeah, no doubt. We was tough. Like I said, if it was a 4-year school, a lot of 4-year schools weren't players. That was around the way. They weren't players. We was tough. You know what I mean? We gave people problems. Like even when I ended up going to Southern weren't players.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of the Division II schools weren't players because they was worried about catching that L. You know what I mean? That looked bad for you catch that L from a JUCO. You know what I mean? So how would your program look?
Yeah. Oh no, definitely, man. Did y'all make a run as far as nationals and any of that stuff?
Yeah, we ended up in the tournament, headed down to Rhode Island, playing the championship to advance to the nationals.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a tight game. We lost by 1. No, I'm sorry, we lost by 2. I missed the game. I missed the game winner, the 3. I took the 3. My coach put it in my hand for me to take the 3. It looked good to me, but it fell short.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So And that was our run right there. Like we the guy did went to nationals, it would have been, yeah. We would all got a lot more recognition back then. But you know, it was what it was. It wasn't meant to be. So
and you had to do this whole recruiting thing all over again. As far as from high school, but obviously in JUCO now you gotta decide where you're gonna spend your next couple of years at. Like
yeah. So yeah, I mean, even that was tough. That was tough and shady. I mean, for me, because back then, like I said, everything went off of, you know, we was on the VHSs, you know what I mean?
Right.
And making that national would have been huge because you got a lot more eyes seeing you. You know what I mean? So we ain't get that chance. So, but like I said, that recruiting thing became tough. So I mean, I ain't get to where I wanted to go. So my man Dell Chambers he was going to Southern. So I was like, you know what? I mean, I'm trying to figure out. I was starting to get tired of trying to figure out what's going to happen with my situation. So I took it in my own hand. I said, you know, I'm gonna go to Southern. Let me try to make this program better. See what I could do with this program. And I ended up signing on with the Southern.
Now you get there. Obviously, you got some college experience from the JUCO level here. So you playing immediately, I'm assuming.
Yes. That when I got there, so we you know, during the because ball was tough in the gym, like open gym and stuff. So when I get there, you know, I had a few of the boys that was already down with Southern. I'm like, you know, I'm the new guy there, so trying to feel my way out. So Cass was, you know, some of the new dudes, other dudes was like, they ain't think I had it like that. You know what I mean? I had to prove myself to them. You know what I mean? It ain't last long. I proved it real quick. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because obviously at Southern, though you get some people sprinkled from out of state, but there's folks from Connecticut, so I'm sure there's that little thing too. Like, hey, I got to hold Hartford down a little bit. I know we got some Bridgeport heads, we got some New Haven, Stanford heads, but I got to hold where I'm from down.
Man, my man Hank Miz. Stanford, yeah. That's him. Other dudes he had from around the way. My man Will Mail from Poughkeepsie. Flip, my boy, like I said, Kendall from New Haven. So like I said, I mean, my thing is I wanted to let them dudes know that, you know what I mean, I can ball. And once they realized that, you know, we was good, that's how me and Hank got down. That's how we became tight like that. You know what I mean? So he saw that I can get it in. I saw he can get it in, and we just came together and just gelled. Game boy. That's my man.
You recall how those practices were? I'm sure they had to. How y'all was getting at it.
Yeah, we was getting at it. It depended on how the coach split up the. You know what I mean? How we had the team split up and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I had fun. I mean, I had fun. At that point in time, like, I already knew I could score. So it was not saying I was unstoppable, but in my eyes, I was a problem. If you just let me do my thing, I'm a problem. You try to control me, smother me, then that's the only way I feel like I could get stopped. Was by the coach. Other than that, I felt like I was a problem, and my teammates understood my role on the team. They got me to rock where I needed to get it. You know what I mean? I'm not no gunner, because I ain't that type of person. Bring up the ball and pull. I'm gonna catch all mine within the offense.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And even with that being said, you talk about the offensive stuff here, but I did a little bit of digging, John. Like, you talked about you talked about defense earlier here, man. Like, you still up in Southern's record books with some steals here. You know what I mean? Whether so you play both sides. Yeah. You got to take a look.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Take a look.
I didn't know that, but like I said, you know, if you were scoring for me, you gotta want to rock. So I mean, in my eyes, you should want to play deep. Want to get some rebounds because you want that ball. As long as your team, your side got the ball, that's more opportunities for you to score. You know.
How was that mental part for you, though? I mean, again, now you playing, you know, college level here. You got to juggle school, make sure you maintain your GPA, and everything, and socially, you know, obviously me going to Southern here, I know we can have some fun down there. You know what I mean? So how you juggle all that?
It all depends on how bad you want it. I mean, ain't nobody there to wake you up. Ain't nobody there to tell you to study. Ain't nobody. So it's all a part of what you want for yourself, what you want in life. You know what I mean? Like you said, we have fun, but you still gotta prioritize things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You get sloppy with it, one minute you here, next minute you gone. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't trying to be that person that was gone. You know what I mean? So I had to do what I had to do, make those sacrifices, ask people for help, you know, here and there. I need help. I need, you know what I mean? Make those sacrifices just to stay eligible.
That's right. And then again, you talk about being eligible, you playing. Now you're getting another look. You're like, all right, I could probably play somewhere else professionally here, man. Like, did that start just ringing off once you got to Southern or towards your senior year? Like, when did that start happening?
No, actually, I wasn't even really thinking about it like that. I was just balling, just trying to, you know, get through my last years, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like overseas ain't really come to me like that. I thought about it, but I ain't really come to me like that. I mean, I went after the season, after my last second year, I went to some tryouts.
Okay.
You know, DC, I was around Henry Bibby, you know, I'm trying to just get overseas and that, but it's like a lot of politics in all of that. Making it, you know, the CBAs and all that, it's a lot of politics. And where I think I should have made the CBA teams and overseas a little earlier, like, you know what I mean? But it was going based off of the name of schools that you went to. So, you know, them D1 schools take first priority. You know what I mean? Not to say they better than you, but they just look at that name.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and it wasn't until like a couple of years down the road, my man Hank Miz was overseas. He put my name out there, and then me and him, you know, he set me up nice, so we ended up going to Brazil together. Mm-hmm. And then that was that. Yeah. Went out there, had a blast. Had a blast. I think I led the league. I led the league in scoring out there. We took him to the I think we took him to the chip, but we lost. Okay. But you know, we got there. They wasn't expecting that. I mean, when I came out there, it was all like word of mouth through Hank Morris. Mm-hmm. When I got there and got off the plane, they thought they was gonna see a 7-footer. Okay. So they kind of like dropped their head a little bit.
Oh, so they never saw you, no video, VH tape, no tape, nothing.
Nothing. So when I got there, like I said, we had it was like a 13-hour flight, 11 straight, and we had a layover, then 2 more hours on the plane. We get there, we got to drive like 2 hours to get to a spot. Right, as soon as we get there, we got practice. So it was like right from there, then they realized, you know, from practicing, moving on, then they realized, yeah, they didn't make a bad mistake.
Now, yeah, because you playing, obviously, you full-blown adult now, and you playing with grown men, and this your livelihood, this their livelihood, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, like I said, I'm from the States, so we from here, so I'm trying to let everybody know what I do. You know, I'm still representing Hartford wherever I go. This is what we do in Hartford.
Yeah. You
know.
Now, how long did you play out of it?
Only got that season in out there. After that, everything was about money. Now I needed that upgrade. It wasn't trying to get that money up.
Okay.
So, like, you know what I mean? I could be home chilling with my son because I made that sacrifice because I had a baby boy back then. So if they would have gave up that money that I asked for, I'd have been out there. I'd have rocked a little longer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I enjoyed it for what it was.
And it's crazy. I mean, you find out the business real quick.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And plus, you know, back then we was negotiating by ourselves, so I ain't had no agent, so I was working it like that. Because you don't need to have an agent because he's gonna take like 15-20%. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna handle it myself. But at the same time, I wish I would have had an agent. You know what I mean? It probably would have prolonged things for me a little bit better, but you know, that wasn't the case. So like I said, I had that experience.
Oh yeah, no, like a whole lot of people hasn't had that experience whatsoever, man. And then even just having that slight little bug playing professionally, man, when you got back over here, did you still try to plug away as far as getting connected, linked up to somebody else? Or you were just like, you know what, I'm good?
Always trying to, still trying to make my way back across the water, always. But, once you get back home and you start, you know what I mean? You start realizing, okay, I got, like I said, it would have been different if I ain't had that baby boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then that free me up a little. I ain't had that on my mind. So I'm like, I got this son here. I got to take care of him, get him right.
Mm-hmm.
So if he, like I said, if he wasn't around, it would have been a different animal.
Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned having your boy there, man. Like, what's fatherhood been like, man? Like, just you and your kids, man. I know you got the age gap here, but how's it been?
Oh man, it's great. It's great. I mean, you get to see a little younger versions of you. You know what I mean? Improvements of me. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
3 of them, like I said, it's a big gap. I got the 31-year-old, up to the 16-year-old, and the 13-year-old.
Any of them pick up the athletic gene from you?
I mean, I think they all got it. My oldest worked hard. He doing his thing. He been across the water. He doing his thing overseas, and he can shoot that rock. I just wish he would have caught that break and maybe got a look in the league or something, because he could definitely shoot that ball. I mean, he definitely can ball. My younger two, my middle son Justin, he naturally can shoot. He don't gravitate to it like that, but when he do pick up the rock, he can shoot. And I don't say that because I'm his father, because I'm their hardest critic. But one thing I know, he can shoot that ball. My baby boy gonna be a monster.
Yeah.
So
okay.
He 13 now. He probably about like 6'2", 6 almost. You know what I mean? So by the time he done, he probably be like 6'9". So, you know what I mean? You gotta get him right. But yeah, I mean, I love being a father, man. Ain't nothing better than that. Get to raise, like I said, I get to see me. I get to kind of see what my mother saw in me I get to see it with my own eyes with my sons. The versions of me, but I got 3 different aspects of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, did you ever coach any of them?
No, I won't. Actually, no, I did. I coached my youngest in one year, but I was like the assistant coach.
That probably still had to be tough too, though.
I had a blast with it, though. I had a blast, but I really don't want to coach them. I want them to get it from somebody else's perspective, because me being a father, I'm too close to it. So I don't want to feel like they gotta have that added pressure on them, because they know how I am about the game. I mean, so I don't want them looking at me like, damn, I can't do this, I can't mess up. I don't even want them to have that thought. I just want them to just play.
Yeah, it's a tough call. I know some dads or parents, they don't mind it. Some just want to just be a parent. You know what I mean? So it's a tough call sometimes.
I mean, I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it from the stands. You know what I mean? So like I said, it'd be for me, because my sons know how much I love the game. So I don't want them to feel, like I said, I don't want them to feel like they can't mess up. You know what I mean? Like I can't do this on my dad. I don't even want that added pressure on them. So when they get it from somebody else's perspective and hear everything that I'm saying, the same exact thing the other coaches are saying, that the coaches are saying, but it's not me. So they're more receptive to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's my approach with them. But I'm always in their ear though. I won't be on the sideline, but I'm always in their ear though.
Yeah. Funny you say that, because I was with my little one. I mean, she cheers, and she had a game the other day, and then actually she made a mistake. She made a mistake with her routine or what have you here. So it was just kind of like, all right, when I get in the car, do I get at it right then and talk about it, or do I just lay low and just chill, decompress? And granted, mind you, she's only 8, but just the competitor, just the competitor in me, like, do you say something right? Like for me, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chill. We go out, eat everything else, and wait till later. Versus as soon as you get in the car, it's like it's on for some parents. How was your style kind of like?
But that's what, in my mind, that's what kills that dream for some kids, though. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's iffy though. It's tough. Like I said, some kids can do that. Some kids can handle you coming right after them, right after a mistake. But I think for me, as well as you, like, I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna chill because they already dealing with it with themselves. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just wait till, you know, maybe some time go by or whatever and be like, you know, I see something, you know, just ask them, you know, what's bothering you? I see something bothering you. Let them bring it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Opposed to you just slamming them, hitting it with it, like, why you do this? You shouldn't have did this. Why? Nah, I think that's what that kills the love for the kids of whatever they enjoy doing when they get full court, when they get pressed like that by their parents.
Well, I'm glad you said because I struggled. While I was sitting there, I was like, this was like the first time I had to like actually think about it. Do I say something or chill? But I was like, no, I'm gonna lay off. I'm gonna lay off. So, and you got 3.
In your approach, you know what I mean? Plus, it's all in your approach. If you go at it angry, you know what I mean? That's different. You can be like, you know, like I said, just gradually talk to them, coax them into talking about it.
Right.
So you go, I see something bothering you. You know what's going on. They bring it up, then you got that. They open the door open for you, so you can be like, okay, well, what you think you could have did different? You know what I mean? How could you approach this differently? You know what I mean? Let them open that door for you. And then you slide right in, because then that they welcoming your comment there, as opposed to you just hitting them like, and they ain't say nothing to you no more after that.
That's right. And you got 3, so you probably have 3 different personalities too. So
oh yeah. Most definitely. Not like my oldest, because he older than I mean, I could go at him any old kind of way, just like my youngest. My middle son, a little different. I go at him real calm. You know, because that's the approach I got to take with him, because he's just a laid back type of dude. They like all 3 of them have a part of me, have my personality, but that's why I know I can go at my middle one. Like, I can't just hit him like, you know what I mean? Because then he is just shut down, and that's not what I want from him. Whereas my youngest one, he can take that. You know what I mean? He'll just like, he'll look at me and be like, all right, and then we'll just get to work. But my middle son is a little different.
Yeah. And then even with your youngest and probably your middle one now, since the oldest is obviously full blown, like with everything going on, like this, how people do with the recruiting, with the even with at the high school level. I mean, are you pro like public school? You gonna stay here, or if somebody come in your ear like, hey, you know, I can slice this tuition 3/4 down and have them come here?
I don't know. It depends. It depends on the program and who coming at me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to benefit my son, not just benefit the coach. You know what I mean? I know the coach looking for his W's, but what is my child gonna get out of this? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, what he gonna get out of it? If we help him get these W's, what he getting out of it? What can you provide for us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, it's slippery. So if you don't, you know, it all depends. Because he could just do well at his high school and still get them same opportunities as if he went somewhere else.
That's right. And to your point earlier, with the whole internet, man, like you can see something within the next 5 seconds as far as tapes and footage. Yeah.
Like I said, like I tell my youngest, I mean, he gonna pass the look test for any, because he gonna be a big boy right now. Like, anybody see him, they be like, yo, what he doing right now? Is he playing like he can go football, basketball, because he a big boy. Like, he ain't, we all thin. My other 2 sons are skinny. He got some weight on him. So he could be a DN, you know what I'm saying? Because he gonna be big. Like I said, he's supposed to be, from what I was told, without me asking, from his dentist to his doctor, they was like, yeah, he gonna be about 6'8", 6'9". So he gonna get looks regardless, just because of the eye test.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and we just gonna go from there. Like I tell him, no, but just because you tall don't mean you good. I mean, you got to put that work in regardless, because it's a lot of kids out in the world right now working. Anytime you sit down playing video game, they working.
Yeah.
So, you know, what's your sacrifice? What you gonna do? I always drill that in his head. Video games gonna be there forever. Let's get this scholarship.
Yes. Nah, definitely, man. What do you see? I mean, obviously you being in the schools now, like any difference with these kids versus when you was in high school here, as far as mentally or just even athletically?
It's a huge difference. Me personally, I mean, I'm assuming it's just the area that I'm in. I can't see that these kids are more athletic than we were. I can't see it. You know what I mean? It might be a little bit in the league. I can see it a little difference, but overall, I personally really can't see it because I just think our work ethic was so much better than what they got right now. Because kids today live in the here and now. They want everything right now without putting any work. You know what I mean? That's from school to sports to whatever. They feel like they supposed to get to the top without putting that work in. And we ain't grow up like that. You know what I mean? We wasn't told that if you was good, you had to prove it. You had to show and prove. A lot of these kids don't have to do all that. Like I said, they have this AAU thing. So if your parents got the money to pay, you on the team. So these kids don't ever get to hear like, yo, you not good. Not good. So like I said, the disadvantage I think for the youth today is like they don't hear that word, no, you ain't make it this year. You know what I mean? Try again next year. They don't get to hear that. So you don't really, they're a lot more sensitive now. They really go at them the way coaches went at us. I mean, it's a major difference. Major difference. I don't think they couldn't survive. They couldn't survive in our time.
And to that point here is you got kids going to 3-4 different high schools, and it ain't because they flunked out. It's because, to your point, they don't like something, parent or somebody pulling them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it's a disservice to them. It really is. Like I said, me being in the school system and seeing how this thing works, it's a real disservice to these kids. Like I said, they don't understand that they get passed along. If you think about a lot of these kids, just that No Child Left Behind, a lot of these kids have been passed along since pre-K to 8th grade. And once they get to high school, they got to earn credits. Now they can't handle it. They don't know how to adjust to it because they've never been told like you have to stay back. It's like you're not ready for the next grade. Or you ain't ready to make this team. You need to work on A, B, and C, and come see me again next year, and we see how much you wanted. They don't hear all of that. So we're gonna have the future is real bleak.
Yeah. And the maturity level, I mean, like just socially, man, like you talk about grades, so to your point, and again, I know we just experienced this being shut down, and I think you probably see more than anybody, like the big difference now versus before then, as far as even socially with these kids is that, like, you know, just don't know how to talk to people like in person.
Nah, everybody on their phone. They don't know how to converse with each other. Like I said, and part of it, as far as like being in the school system, part of it, like there's not a lot of neighborhood schools no more. So a lot of these kids get bussed in. So they only see each other at school. Whereas back in our time, a few kids got bussed in, but it wasn't to the amount where it is today. Like, you know what I mean? I walked home with a lot of my teammates or classmates and stuff like that. So we always seen each other and we talked to each other. We ain't had that cell phone back then. Whereas these kids now, like I said, they only see each other when they come to school. And then when school is over, they don't see each other at all in the summertime. So you got people talking trash over social media, this is that, saying this, that, and the third. So when school come back into session, now we got chaos.
It's on, right?
Yeah, it's on. Like now we here. Let's go. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Now we got to deal with fights, arguments. This person said this over the summertime. So a lot of that stuff don't get dealt with in the summertime. Whereas when we young, somebody says something, you gonna handle it right then and there, and then you keep it going. It's not like that now. Like that at all.
Yeah. Now, speaking of all those schools, how'd you feel as far as back then? Would you bounced around to another school, obviously, because even like the Weavers and I know Buckley's under construction, but even now, like I said, those schools are like specialized, aren't they? Like, or at least supposed to be, and kids are coming from cross town to go to one or the other.
Well, back then we only at one point in time we had 5 high schools. It was Buckley, Hartford High, Weaver, Prince Tech, and South Catholic. palette closed down. So we just dealing with 4. You know what I mean? But Prince Tech ain't never really get into the city rivalry. You know what I mean? It's just always been Hartford, Buckley, Hartford High, and Weaver. These kids now, it's like 18 high schools in Hartford. So the talent is just like spread all over. So now, I mean, to get a basketball team now that's going to be decent is tough because this kid go to this school over here, this kid go, and they live right down the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas back then with us, everybody, like I said, we went to school with thousands. From Weaver having thousands of kids, Hartford High, us. Once you got through that pool, that tryout back then, you start weeding out all the weak links back then, and only the best made the team. Whereas now, today's game, you gotta practically beg kids to go out for a team. Yo, won't you come try out? Would you like? It's just their drive is not really in the sports like that. For some, it might be, but it's only superficial because they just want to put the school jersey on. But a lot of kids, it's not. It's really not a thing for them.
And even over at Weaver, I mean, they redid the school, everything here, but it just sounds like it's still lack of kids going out and everything as far as because they co-oping like crazy with the football teams and all that.
Right. Even like I said, even with that, they had Buckley and Weaver co-op. That would never happen in my time. That just don't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how thin it is because it's just too many high schools. The correct school is just too many high schools. Hartford is but that big. We don't need 18 high schools. It doesn't matter if you just got rid of 10 of those high schools, the talent level will rise up. But since we got so many, this kid like I said, this kid is over here, this kid is over there. And plus you're dealing with this lottery system. Yeah. You might live right across the street from a school. You can't go there. You got to get into this lottery and hope that you get picked to go where, you know what I mean? So that also hurts. I just think a lot of new things wasn't for the best.
Okay. Yeah. And then you mentioned the whole AAU thing. Like I think everybody, I think my grandmother even got a team. I mean, it's crazy. Like and I'm sure when you was coming up, what was probably only 1 or 2 AAU squads, if that.
But you had to be
But you had, yeah.
This right here is like I wouldn't mind AAU if it was constructed differently. Like I get it, you need, you paying this and that. But a lot of people who coach these teams are this kid, maybe the kid's father, you know what I mean? Like one of the players' fathers coaching, and they only coaching, they don't even know the game. They only coaching because they want to make sure their kid get playing time. You know what I mean? And I tell a lot of kids, I can tell you play AAU. At the time when they get in, they might have been the biggest one on the team or the fastest, this, that. So the coach just let them rock until they get to high school. Now I'm like, see, you was never told that you shooting the ball wrong. You ain't supposed to do this because they just let you do whatever. Now, when you get under people who really know the game and start breaking it down, they can't handle that because they've never been told what they were doing was wrong or how to improve on what they do good. They were never told that. So when they get, like I said, because I'm the JV coach at Weaver, so once they get in front of me and I'm like, and I'll say, in front of the varsity coach, and I'll tell them certain things, and they be like, what? Like they have the nerve to question me. Yeah. And I'm an adult, and I've been playing this game a long time, but they had questioned what I'm talking about. And I'm like, does that make you're 13? I have way more experience about this game than you. And just to try to tell them and teach them and change their ways is tough. It's tough.
And what's crazy, you would have never questioned your coach.
Never. Never at all. You just take it in. I mean, you ain't questioning the old heads that was talking to you because everybody, you like I said, you learn from everybody. These kids in their mind, they feel as though that they're just good. Automatically, they're just good because, like I said, they've never been told that they weren't because at the time when they got on, they were either bigger or faster. You know what I mean? Had a little something, a little slight edge over everybody else. But that same kid who they let rock like that, while the other kids are working and figuring out, trying to get better. Now, when that kid get to high school with them other kids that wasn't as talented as that person, now they didn't caught up to that person and actually surpassed that person because they were told that, oh, I need to work on this. You need to work on that. And they did that. Now they're better than that kid that they rode his or her coattail for so long. And then when that person realized, like, well, I used to destroy him. Yeah, you used to. But you was never told the things that he or she was told to get better.
Yes.
Wasn't willing to listen. So now they're better than you. And that's frustrating for that kid right there too. So it's like that, wow. Like, yeah, that's just what it is. I mean, y'all, it's just so different now, Q, man. It's just frustrating. Because I love this game of ball and they just like, it's just so watered down now. It's awful.
Yeah, nah, but you're still in it though. That's the thing. Even
no doubt, I'm without a doubt. I mean, because the love of the game. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying to give the kids back what they gave me. You know what I mean? The coaches that they dealt with all their lives. I'm like, yo, nah, I'm here to teach you. I'm here to help you get better. Because I want you to get a scholarship. That's why I'm in this. I'm in this to give back to you. You know what I mean? I know certain avenues that they don't know.
That's right.
Try to get you to get that scholarship. You know what I mean? And everybody ain't gonna get a scholarship. And I keep it real with them. I'm like, but basketball is so much more than it's for me is a way of life. You know what I mean? It teaches you that team thing, it teaches you how to listen, be patient, to work with others. And, you know, a lot of these kids don't know how to do that. Everybody live on an island on themselves because it's social media.
No, you're right. You may have answered this question just now, but I'm asking anyway. What is basketball giving you that sticks with you to this day?
Oh man, I mean a lot. I mean, just perseverance. It taught me patience. It taught me how to go after what I wanted to go after. You know what I mean? If I might hear that no, it taught me to just keep going, keep pushing. You know what I mean? Never give up. You know what I mean? We all what we want, but we ain't guaranteed to get it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it taught me like, okay, you're gonna hear the no's. You're gonna hear some yes. You know what I mean? Just keep just keep pushing forward.
Nah, no doubt, man. And on the back end here, man, just ask some random questions, man. I might get you in a little trouble, but it's all good. You cool with it?
Yeah.
Cool. So in the whip, man, we are you 84 or 91? What do you prefer?
84 or 91?
Yes.
As far as what?
As far as anything, like I said, some are random. So
yeah, 491.
No. Interstate 84 or 91. If you was driving, you prefer 84 or 91?
91.
Weathersfield Ave or Franklin Ave, since you're on the south end there?
I mean, they both the same. I mean, but I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Franklin Avenue because I had fun on that street.
Okay. Even grabbing something to eat here in Hartford here, man. We're gonna go. You got Raging Cajun and his one, Chowder Pot.
I'm gonna go with Chowder Pot.
Okay. I know you had to get some. I know you stayed late with some kicks back when too. Was it Salvins or A's back when?
Oh, I did both.
Okay.
Both.
How about as far as conference of gear, whether was it Richardson Mall or the Pavilion?
Richardson Mall.
Okay. 89.9 or 910?
Oh, 89.9.
Okay. Buckley or Southern?
Oh, that's tough. I gotta rock with both because I still mess with my high school dude, my high school teammates, and definitely I go strong with my boys to the day from Southern for sure. You know what I mean? That's a tough one. That's a tie right there. That's
okay,
a tie.
okay. You play a whole lot of basketball here, but best game you ever played in your life on any level? Is it one that just sticks out?
I'm gonna say, I mean, I got two. I got two that stick. I got high school, me against Maurice Williamson with a cross.
Ooh. Y'all went at it?
Yeah, he got us for 38. I got him for like 35. But we got the W though.
Okay.
That was a tournament. That was a tournament win. Going to the get to the championship. So I caught them in the was it the quarterfinals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got them. I got him, and then I got Paul Spence because we knocked the pub off. And I lost to Holy Cross, Dewey Stinson. Because I'd have got him, I'm in the chip.
Okay.
So in the 90, let me see. My other one, I mean, that's tough. I got a few. I got one. I got one at Southern. I think I gave him like Quinnipiac. I think I gave Quinnipiac like 35, 37.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a few, Q.
All right.
So
did you get the dub on that one? You get the win on that, the Quinnipiac one?
Yeah, got the dub on that.
Okay.
I got my JUCO against Westchester. I gave them 35 because I missed my first two shots. I went 15 for 17. I think I was like 5 for 5 from the three.
Yeah, those nights it's like an ocean, huh?
Yeah. Anything you put up is money. You know what I mean? It was just dropping after that. I missed my first two and it was clicking after that. And then I had the overseas joint. I think Miz was there. I gave the team like 50. Yeah, that was fun over there. I had female underwear thrown at me and all that. High five opposite bench, all that.
Yeah. 50 piece to do that. Yeah. What speaking of all these games, so you had a go-to move? Did you ever like just in general have a go-to?
I mean, I think my mid-range is one of the best around. I mean, I guess I get you on the block. I can get you on the wing. I'm a scorer, Q.
Yeah.
That's not put the ball in the hole. You know what I mean? But my mid-range.
Yeah.
Get
you got any body a body that you caught that you can remember, or?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I dunked on a few. Yeah, I caught I had a nice one against Bryant. The dude tried to, it was just me and him, mano a mano. You know what I mean? I caught him. I think he probably like 6'8", caught him. And I had this league I played in from like UConn. Because we were playing this league in East Hartford, so they had all like the UConn players would play. So they had the 7-footer there, caught him out. You know what I mean? That was when we was going against John Gwynn, Tate George, Murray, Lyman DePriest was the defensive player of the year for the Big East. Gave him 35. 35 was like my favorite number, I guess.
I see that.
Because if I go to the books, it was 35, yeah.
Yeah. Here you go. Spanish League or Waverly Ave?
Waverly.
Yeah.
Waverly. That's the hood right there. Everybody out there, Waverly. Ain't nothing like that.
It's an event. It's an event.
Yeah, all day. That joint used to be packed back then too. Like kids today, when that was our Rutgers. You know? Like that joint was thick back then. Yeah. Kids today never understand it because that whole thing shut down because we go up Waverly through Love Lane off Garden Street. That thing shut down. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was our Rutgers. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I had fun in the Spanish league. I mean, I own the Spanish league. I think I played in the Spanish league probably like 10 years. I got 7 chips out of that joint.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, we own the Spanish league. The team I played for, the Celtics, we own the Spanish league. Like I said, I played there about 10 years. Like I said, I probably had like the amount of losses I probably can count. I can probably give you maybe like, I'm gonna give you under 10. I got under 10 losses.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I had a few undefeated seasons. Maybe 1 or 2 losses here, there. Maybe 4 was the most probably in the league. Yeah. He wasn't Waverly though.
Nah, I got you, man. Being from Hartford, what Doc Hurley mean to you?
Oh, Doc was that guy. Doc was that dude. He did a lot. He did a lot for all of us. Like he was sending everybody, like, you know what I mean, trying to make sure everybody get to school, like sending us to HBCUs and stuff like that. But at the time, for me, my thinking was, I ain't really want to go to HBCU because I just ain't think like that was realistic. That was more realistic, just dealing with my peoples. But at the same time, it would have been a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? But I was just going at like realistic, like I'm gonna have to deal with white people. I'm gonna have to deal with this. You know what I mean? So, but Doc was that dude though. I talked to him every time he came to Buckley because at the time when I was in school, Buckley wasn't in the Doc Hurley Classic.
Okay.
So it used to be Weaver, Hartford High, and they would play downstate, play like Wilbur Cross, Hillhouse, and I used to be like, yo, Doc, when you gonna let me in there, Doc?
Yeah.
I talk to Doc, I'm like, yo, come on, Doc, let me get up in there. You know what I could do, Doc? Come on. Like, when I got out of high school, then they got into it.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, Doc, you gonna wait till I leave? Cool dude, though. He found a way, he a legend, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He a big time legend. So,
best team you ever been on?
My JUCO squad.
Okay.
Yeah. We loaded.
Yeah.
We loaded. Yeah. We was loaded. We was definitely loaded. I had my man, like I said, it was Kendall, me, my man Scotty Coleman, Corey King. I had my other boys from Jersey, Kev, and Andre. Andre Alexander. Matter of fact, my man Andre Alexander from Monroe, his little brother's Courtney Alexander.
Okay, is that one went to Virginia? Is that?
Courtney he ended up going. He played for the Wizards.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But when I met him, he was a youngin'. He told me, he was like, yo, I'm going to the league. And sure enough, he went.
Yeah.
He went. But yeah, you know, when you're young, you coming up around ballers, like he had that guidance. He got a lot more to tell, you know what I mean, that we all shared with him, and he put that together. And he got there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But that JUCO team was tough.
Is there a game you like to have back?
Oh yeah. That me at Southern, I lost to Bridgeport because I wasn't healthy. I had late night, got up hungry, trying to go to Chucky's, give me something to eat. Crossing the street, lady turned in the made an early turn, hit me in my knee. So you know what I mean? So that messed me up right there. So I will always want that back. for sure. Be healthy and play against them in the tournament and sit them down. And then and me missing that 3 to get to nationals.
Yeah. Now, as far as I just say this from your era, as far as this is a hypothetical game, I'll just use Buckley. I mean, not Buckley, excuse me. I use Buckley. Your starting 5, whoever it is, who you bringing with you to play? You got New York, is a squad from New York coming up to play. Who you bringing? Who's your 5?
From my era, or from my high school team, or from what?
I just say your era. It could be your high school. It could be whoever. But your era.
From my high school, I would have to bring
your era. It don't have to necessarily be from your high school, but your era.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to go. Me, my man Scotty Coleman, Troy McCoy. I'm gonna go Corey King. I'm gonna go Paul Spence, Wendell Lee, and Terry Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. More than 5, but I'll take it, man. Also,
I got
you had to slip them in. Yeah.
It's a solid, you know what I mean? Gotta have that solid 7. I need a bench.
Nah, definitely. Who's the best around there during that time? Who you think was the best?
Troy was tough. 6'7" guard. Troy was tough.
Yeah.
Troy McCoy. My man Scotty. Scotty was a monster. That's like baby Jordan. That dude was yeah. And his hands was like this to mine. Like he only like 6 feet, you know what I mean? But he was a beast. Yeah. He was a beast.
Now, even back then, how have you defined made it? Somebody who should have made it.
Ooze.
Yeah,
Mike Williams.
Yeah.
God, you know what I mean? God bless his dad. Ooze, Troy, my man Scotty. You know, even me with the right shot opportunity for sure. Mm-hmm. But those 3 names right there, yeah.
Yeah. Book on your life. What would you call it?
A book on my life. Oh man. Wow. That's a tough one. Damn, that's a tough one. Yeah, Greenfield's journey through life. That's a tough one.
All right. Now we'll go with that. Speaking of John Greenfield here, this point in your life, what advice would you give that 17, 18-year-old senior John Greenfield?
Oh man, go even harder.
Yeah.
Go harder in the classroom. Go harder in every aspect of life. You know what I mean? Just maybe make even more sacrifices. Just give it 1,000. Like the 100, give it 1,000. Just go harder at everything. Be humble. I mean, I think I was always humble. Even listen a little harder. You know what I mean? Ask for more help. Mm-hmm. That's what I would give that youngin, that 18-year-old Greenfield for sure.
Mm-hmm. And my last one here, what would your mom say about you?
Oh, God bless the dad. Yeah, she I think she would be proud. I think she's proud of me. Actually, my mom was shocked to see how I played, because she only seen me play a couple of times, you know what I mean? Because back then it was what it was. Yeah. She had to work, you know what I mean? And I understood that. Mm-hmm. Whereas a lot of kids today look at that as like, oh, they ain't never come see me play. This and that.
Some type of resentment, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot of resentment where, I understood what it was. You know what I mean? My mom's had to handle a business to take care of us, you know, so the 2 times that she saw me play, she couldn't even believe that was her son out there. You know what I mean? So that right there, you know what I mean? And see that smile on her face, and also the give her that college degree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She proud of me.
Yeah. Nah, it's good money, man. Like Green, like from time I saw you play or just around, like you've always seemed to just make things look easy, man. Like whether it's just who you are off the court, or even on the court, man. And like I said, was that?
I said, I appreciate that.
Nah, I just want to say thank you. Like I said, I got this wish list, and I don't know if I ever get to everybody, man. But you was on it, and I was like, let me see if you jump on or what have you. So I appreciate just hearing stuff that I didn't even know about you, man. Thank
you always
you.
been a cool dude to me since day one, since I first met you. So I mean, I ain't got no problems representing you. I mean, always. You know what I mean? For sure.
Nah, definitely, man. And not see, I didn't even know that you coach, so I definitely got to put that on my list to take my butt down the street because I'm only down the street from Weaver, so I got no excuse.
I'm hoping we can get this thing right, though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I said, that it's just about giving back. I'm just trying to get kids a little further than where I got.
That's right.
Just get them to see the overall bigger picture, especially in today's world, because this game is different now. You know what I mean? Just in all aspects, from just the ball, from financially, from just how things is just changing around the area. And these young kids don't understand. Like, that's why I say the future is bleak, because they don't get it. They don't get it. And I'm trying to help them get it so we can have that, so we can turn that bleakness into some prosperity and success. You know what I mean? And that's all I hope for the kids. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm coaching. And that's why I'm always in their ears, just trying to, better them.
Yeah.
Better me as a person as well.
And they ain't gonna be better off with you there. And we know sometimes us being adults now, we look back like, all right, some things that somebody said, it might not click till later, but they'll get it. They'll get it.
True indeed. I hope so. I'm hoping and praying. Like I said, we was more receptive to listening than what they are today. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, I stay on them. I mean, I feel like that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm coaching. Just give back and just, hey, I'm here to make a lot of stars if I can.
Yes. Nah, absolutely. I don't see that going no other way here, man. But Green, appreciate this. Thank you, man. I really appreciate this, man.
Oh, all day, Q, all day. You got my support all day.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you for doing this.
No doubt. We'll talk soon.
All right, no doubt.
No doubt. Peace, man.
All right, later.
Like I said, John always made things look easier. I appreciate Green for just even sharing a little bit. It was cool just to hear, some of his stories or what have you here, man. Like, great guy, solid, definitely solid here. With that being said, I'm just going to step away. I put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.